I've been wanting to talk about this movie, Unbound by Stan Nize. The movie is so spectacular because it's relatable. Some of us who are in a relationship, when once we are heartbroken or once we are hurt, we find it hard to let go. We find it difficult to forgive our ex and move on. So we carry that baggage of the past, the pain, to the present and then to the future, and it's stopping us from receiving our blessings. Yeah, I used to say something like unforgiveness makes one stagnant. And when we are hurt, we cry to God, we plead with Him, take vengeance, avenge for our sake. He messed me up, he did this, he did that, and you are not forgiving that person, and you go back to the person, like trying to have a peep into their life to see if they are doing so well, or God has placed His judgment on them, or He has taken the mercy that prevails over judgment away from their life, and you discover that they are doing so well and they are glowing, things are working fine. It doesn't seem like they are being punished for their actions towards you. For example, because there were times that I was hurt by someone and I find it difficult to just let go, to just find bits in my heart to forgive completely. Each time I try to forgive, I just have this urge not to. But later on, I found myself saying, God, I just let go of whoever has hurt me in the past. I forgive them. So I kind of do it. I kind of take the physical step by reaching out, then making amendments and all of that. But this thing is relatable because some of us, we are guilty of this. Like, we want God to just place His judgment on men. Like, this guy did so much to me, he hurt me, he did this. But forgiveness starts with you, and that's if you forgive yourself first for allowing yourself go through all those mess or getting hurt. You forgive yourself and you forgive that person, even as much as it's difficult, the situation. Yeah, forgive and you have peace. The moment I was able to forgive that person that hurt me, I had this peace. I can remember when I was in GSS3, I had a dream. I'm this kind of person that keeps grudges a lot, keep malice. Let me put it that way, malice a lot. I slept and then I found myself in a place like maybe like heaven or something, but heaven is a spiritual location. Nobody has seen heaven, by the way. But I saw in my revelation that I wanted to enter a place, but I could not. Why? Because I was carrying a baggage. And what's that baggage? Malice. At GSS3. So I was able to just go back and forgive. So I had to let go. I had to forgive. The older I get, the more people offend me, hurt me in a way that I can't even imagine and couldn't have imagined. But God has been helping me, and most times when I am faced with things like that, like pain, sorrow, I cry to God. I tell Him, God, I don't want to feel this pain, just take it away. He helped me. He's always helping me to navigate through that pain, and I'm so glad that I could come out of so many things. You see, that movie is spectacular, is wonderful because it is relatable. You can just imagine, as a woman, you were in a relationship with your boyfriend and you had a series of abortions, maybe about 13 abortions for him, and suddenly you found Christ and he said he wants to abstain from sexual intercourse, and eventually you guys parted ways and he got married to another woman and she gave birth, and you on the other hand, you got married to a different man and you're waiting on the Lord for the fruit of the womb and there is no result, waiting for your miracle baby, no show. So now eventually you kept crying to God that, God, look at my ex. You had the people on your ex profile or social media and you found out that he's living fine. He had a wedding, he had a big wonderful wedding, he had He already has a baby, he's doing so well with his wife, with his family, and you are there, you're still waiting and still holding on to the past baggage. If you don't let go, nothing good is gonna come. God will not fight you to drop what you're holding on to. He believes that you need to forgive so that he can forgive you as well, and so that your life can move forward. Eventually, she was able to meet with her ex and try to reconcile with him. And though it is important to know that she was told by the doctor that she can't have another child, that chances of having a baby is low. But you know, God is a miracle working God. He says, my yoke is light. So you can't tell God how to judge people. That's the crazy shit. You can't tell God how to punish someone who has hurt you in the past, or who is hurting you currently, or who is going to hurt you in the future, because that is inevitable. So just forgive. Forgiveness is divine. Just forgive. It might be hard to forget, but over time you're going to forget. I used to tell people that, how do you know that you've forgiven someone? This is how you know if you've truly forgiven someone, and that is each time you remember and it doesn't hurt like it used to, or it doesn't hurt again anymore, then it means you've forgiven that person and you've forgotten wholeheartedly. You might not really forget per se, but you're no longer hurt by the scenario or the past antecedents that are taking place between you both. So learn to forgive. Forgiveness is good. Forgiveness is for your own good, not for anybody else. And do not allow anyone to live rent free in your heart. Avoid dead men's bone in your heart. On a closing remark, forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive that person, forgive the situation, and move on. Holding on to the past as a baggage won't do you any good. You don't have dead men's bones in your heart. Your heart is a sanctuary, and dead men's bones shouldn't be allowed in there, because it's going to weigh you down and it's going to hinder you from receiving your blessings speedily from God. I know it's hard to forgive, but pray to God to help you ease the burden of all forgiveness. Forgiveness requires a lot of courage. It requires a lot of work. But just open your heart to forgive and move on with your life. That movie, Unbound, is spectacular. And I'm glad that they produced that movie, and that movie was released for so many people that are going through the same thing. If your ex has hurt you, you don't have to keep track of their life. Move on with your life and forgive them. You don't tell God how to punish people. You don't tell him how to deal with people. That's the crazy thing. You can't dictate to God